Right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of FTB SPORTS, the Liverpool edition. I know we've been away for a little while, but we are back in full effect. Trust me, back in full effect. Well, can't say so much about the same about the bloody team, but yeah, we're back anyway. So, good evening. Welcome, one and all. And let's say a big shout goes out to my long-time soldier, Mr. Stoney. Good to have you back on board, my brother. And I'm liking look at that tops. Big shouts, Mr. Marvelous. Welcome on board. His first show with us. And big shouts, Mr. KV. Family right there. Big shouts, my brother. Welcome. All right, gentlemen. First and foremost, we are going to start with what you thought your lineups would be. All right. So as they're new, Stoney, I think we're going to let them start. All right. So I'm going to kick off with perfect. Marvelous. What was your lineup for tonight?
Well, I looked at the lineup. I wasn't too fussed, I weren't really too fussed because it's Arsenal, innit? You know what I mean? I don't want to say no bias to it, but it's Arsenal. And they ain't at full strength, neither are we. So I'm looking at the lineup. Maybe, all right, I looked at the midfield. I thought Hendo. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm always happy when Hendo's there, influential player. But I thought Milner, okay, I'll go with that. I wouldn't have minded Ox starting, but I had no problems with the lineup. In fact, I was pleased to see Alisson in goal and that back four. That's what I was most pleased about. I thought, yeah, here we go. Easy victory. I ain't gonna lie. That was my thoughts when I saw the starting lineup.
Yeah. Okay. KV.
Yeah, I second that on the back four and Alisson in goal. When I saw that five, I thought nice. I would have preferred Jones or Ox in the midfield for some more directness. I think Millie, absolute professional. We love him, but he slows the game down too much. Fabinho, absolutely colossal. He just, thank God we have him. Minamino, he doesn't look like a Liverpool player to me. He never does. He just looks out of sorts all the time. I expected more from Bobby. Bobby let me down. Like he started off Brazilian. He ended up kind of Wilsdenish. So you don't know Wilsden Brazilians. You don't know Wilsden Brazilians.
Yeah.
So I was disappointed. Jota run past the ball. I was thinking, oh, come on, geezer. Come
on. What the hell was that about?
I thought that I run straight past the ball. I'm looking. I'm still looking.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing. The team, I'm not happy with the midfield, but Arsenal defended well, so you have to give them their propers for that.
Yeah. Stoney, lineup.
Yeah, do you know? It was really strange. I actually thought we were going to play a team that was close to what we fielded against Shrewsbury. I know that from that game, Alisson was out because obviously he was unwell. I thought Bradley would have come in and played at right back for us. I still thought Morton would have been in the middle for us this game as well. And yeah, I just really thought we would field the same team. I know when we played against Shrewsbury, Curtis Jones actually played the left forward. So I thought we were going to see him probably play in that same position again for today's fixture. I know Arsenal have probably been speaking about the amount of players that were in the Nations Cup or that were unwell for various reasons. But look, I mean, yeah, we fielded an okay team. But before, yeah, I just thought it would have been probably the same team that we fielded against Shrewsbury. We fielded 5 of our young players. But yeah, what we fielded today, I think, was enough to have got a result today, really.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely thought what we fielded should have got a result. It was a very strong team, really. I didn't want Milner to start, to be honest. Anytime Milner plays, my heart is in my mouth because I know he's going to get a yellow or he could be possibly on a red because he's like London transport timing. He's late always. Guaranteed he's going to make some reckless challenge and he's going to either get booked or he's going to be around the box or something. So for me, Milner's legs are gone. We love him, but his legs are gone. You have to be honest. And in this league, it's too quick for him. It's too quick now. Do you know what I mean? As a sub, you come on, you do a little job. You just come on to shore something up, or you come on and say, right, stop that man in midfield, just mark him for a bit for the last 5 minutes because he's causing a little trouble. Close the game out, and that's your lot. I would have preferred 100% to see Ox, Curtis Jones, because what we lack for me in that middle is someone creative, and to drive forward. We don't have that. With Thiago out as well, we don't have that right now. And that was, for me, that was a massive, massive miss tonight. I've always said this. Anytime, and this is from going back a good few years before, until we lost Coutinho, yeah? Anytime a team sits back against us, we struggle.
Yeah.
We always struggle to break them down. We don't have them players who are them silky skilled players. Our team is more on a team play, a little quick move here and there, and that's what opens up chances. We don't have that guy who beats players. And when teams sit back, you need someone who can beat that player and find that little ball through the eye of a needle. And right now, if Thiago's not playing, we don't have that.
Yeah,
Arsenal. I think Arsenal defended well. I think you can. For me, it felt like they were comfortable playing in that 5-3-1 formation. I know they're familiar with playing with the back five anyway. But when they went, when they had
5 or 6 at the back.
Well, whatever. But yeah, that 5-3-1 that they played. They actually looked very, very, very well organized, well drilled. They didn't really look or feel or appear that they were going to be breached.
You're giving them too much credit, mate. They looked well organized. Listen, they looked well organized and well drilled because they had nothing really to go up against.
No, I understand that.
That's the difference.
I understand that. But sometimes you'll see teams that have played a back five and they're absolutely all over the place. They actually look organized playing the 5-3-1. I mean, it's very rarely that I'll ever give the Woolwich Wanderers any credit for anything that small club does. But the performance that they did today, I just have to say, all right, they did what they had to do. I mean, they played the majority of that game with 10 men. And as you said, we didn't really look like we were going to, move them up. Because I think you're right. If we had scored, they would have had to cut us. I don't think they would have sat on a 1-0. They would have had to then make an adjustment. They would then possibly have had to make an adjustment to how they were then going to play. So you're right. They're coming away with a 0-0 with 10 men away at Anfield. I think Arteta and his players are going to be happy with that first.
It's happy. It's like a win for them.
Yeah, of course it is. Well, they weathered the storm, didn't they? They weathered the storm in the first half where we should have took the chance and scored, and we didn't. Yep. We fluffed our lines. Wasn't clinical in the final third. If we'd have scored then, different game. But as we're not scoring, they're growing in confidence. They're getting chances. And then that was it. Everyone started panicking. They just got scrappy. And what was Trent doing? Every minute is what's he doing? I thought he was a fullback. Why is he in the middle of the park?
He's been playing for quite a while.
Yeah.
I failed to see what he's doing in there.
Good comment, KV there. And it's very true. When you're not taking your chances in that, the other team grows in confidence. It starts to play better.
100%.
And this is
what happened. They grew in confidence.
They sensed that and they saw that, right, these lot are not really at it. So you know what? We can do this. That gave them hope and it gave them belief. Very much so.
After the sending off, if it was 11 and 11, Arsenal would have obviously come out and attack more. And
and that would leave more chances and more open for us at the back.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a fair point.
Once they went down to 10 men, they obviously had 5 at the back. I think they had 3 mid. They practically didn't even have a front man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not far back. But the problem was Liverpool I think it was the attitude of the players. I think they thought game done. Do you know?
Yeah.
They got so sloppy.
I don't think so. Arsenal
was atrocious, man. For about 10-15 minutes after the sending off, Liverpool were not at the races. We're meant to be a top class side as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
regardless whether Salah and Mane isn't there, we're meant to adjust to how the opposition played. And for 10-15, we didn't know what to do. And I
applaud that.
I think as well.
That was my point.
A big miss for me, and what I was hoping on and relying on. I was saying to myself, all right, Salah and Mane and that they're going African Cup of Nations. This is a big chance now for Origi, and I think we missed someone like him. He's more very direct, and he is about getting them goals. And I think when you got someone like that on the pitch, it automatically then makes the defense think more because they know he can score goals. So they sit back a bit more and cause a bit more trouble. Do you understand? They won't want to push on a bit more. And I think a player like him was missed today as well.
Yeah, we can say that all day. We can say we missed Origi. We can say we missed Thiago. We can say that all day. But as the gentleman said, we are an elite team. We should hold on. Where's my screen gone?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jen. Yeah, we're an elite team. They should rise to the occasion, and they should have performed today. They didn't perform today at all.
Yeah.
Like the players on the pitch were good enough to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough to win that game.
Yeah.
And they I don't know for whatever reason they couldn't. In the final third, we were just scrappy. Firmino, Jota, and Minamino were not at it at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at that team. It's easy in hindsight to say, yeah, Milner. That was the only.
Yeah, if you're playing FIFA, that Liverpool team beats that Arsenal team.
But you say, if
you're playing FIFA, that Liverpool team beats the Arsenal team.
Yeah.
So if you're playing FIFA, that Liverpool team beats the Arsenal team, hands down. Like we should have won that today. We had a opportunity to go into a second leg with a lead.
So like you said, Marvelous. You said Marvelous said that he felt that we put out a very strong lineup, and Stoney said that he thought it'd have been more to the side that played against Shrewsbury. So Marvelous, with saying that he put out a very strong lineup, do you think then that Kop is taking this cup seriously then?
Well, then he must. Alisson's in goal.
Yeah.
That's all. From when time that's Alisson's first League Cup game since he joined Liverpool. Man's taking that cup competition. We're there now. Liverpool, usually, we ain't even in this part of the competition. We've bowed out playing the youths then. But semi-final, it's a competition to win. And, I wasn't surprised how strong the lineup was. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think there'll be any kids in. Because, it's a chance for a day out at Wembley. It's a chance to win competition.
I think Klopp,
2 days away.
I think Klopp's a very shrewd man.
Sorry?
He went for that today. He definitely went for that today. I think he's a very shrewd man. You're looking at the league thinking it's going to be difficult to catch City. He needs trophies. At the end of the day, this is a fantastic Liverpool team in a fantastic time. We need trophies. So I'm glad he put out a strong team today, and we can hopefully do it in the second leg. But we need trophies. So I'm not surprised he put out a strong team either.
Okay, gents. All right. So gonna go around and ask you, sending off or not?
I'm gonna last on this one. All right.
Who wants to take it up, gents? Sending off or not?
I'm feeling quite rational on this, so I'm gonna go last on this one.
Hey, listen, that's a sending off straight up. I don't care. He's looking at the ball. I look to my social media page. I see a man say he's looking at the ball. All I know is that he's the last man and he kicked a man in his stomach. Yeah, that's a accident. Looking at the ball, that's a red card.
Yeah, definitely a sending off.
KB, what are you saying?
Definitely a sending off. Jota definitely made a meal of it, but it's definitely a sending off. No doubt about it.
He did.
No doubt about it.
Stoney. All right.
So you're right.
I know you got something good to say. You waited till last.
No. I think probably similar to KV as well. I think it was one of those things. I don't think it was malicious, but if you're looking at the rules of the game, then it was a sending off. I think if anything, it was a little bit more clumsy than anything. And as you said, Jota made a meal of it. He was rolling around like someone duffed him up at the nightclub or something.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. But as you said, look, it was a sending off. And we didn't really capitalize in it. I think they could have had another 3 players sent off, and we would still have played in the same manner in which we did. What it means for Arsenal in the return leg and for their other their other fixtures, we'll actually see. As he said, Arteta already had it in his head. As soon as a player went off, they made 2 subs, and they were just cut for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely made a meal of that.
Now, I thought he did make a meaning. It was a red card. It was a sending off for me. Like you said, by the letter of the law, the game, it was a sending off. But, he could definitely be up for the next Oscar. Definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, just quickly before we do that, we'll say hello to a couple of people. Mr. B, bloody hell, he's a bloody mank watching us. He happens to be Stoney's brother as well. I don't know how that worked out and how they never told each other as brothers, a Liverpool and a Man United fan. But yeah, big shouts, Mr. B. How you doing, sir? Reese, yes, we are back. Nice to have Reese. Gentlemen, in case you didn't know, Reese is one of our most faithful supporters. He's always there with us anytime we log on. Reese is always there. And Reese says also, Minamino should play for the under sevens. I think I've seen some stronger under sevens to be true. Solo, Mr. Errol. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome back. Thank you very much, Mr. Solo. Eddie, he says, well said, Stoney. Credit where credit is due. Mr. B's laughing at Woolwich Wanderers comment. Mr. Mahmood, he says Salah deserves that 400k a week. We will get to that. Don't talk about that right now. No stress. He says you will just smack them at their ground, make them ball in their own yard. Okay. And Eddie says that Klopp's not silly. He knows the league is over. The Kop competitions are the only chance of silverware this season.
Yeah.
We will get to that also. All right. So I want to take that one up actually. KV, let me start with this one for me. Is the league over and is it cups only?
For me, yes. I don't see City dropping points. They are a machine. It hurts to say they're a machine. They're going on with things. And Liverpool, we're stuttering and stopping and starting. We seem to have lost a bit of our rhythm, our free flowing goals, our aggression. For me, just go for cups. Champions League's always our baby, and just see where we end up in the season.
Okay, Stoney.
I think it's quite interesting actually. Look, if you're looking at it this way, City have played 21 games, we've played 20. They're on 53 points. We play Brentford next at home, right? So we beat Brentford. We're on 45 points. We're 8 points behind City. Both played 21 games.
Hold on. Marvelous says, KB, did you see this guy? You see, I just read these stats.
What's that, Fed?
What time this guy just reading off these stats, you know? This guy's serious. He's serious.
No.
Tony, welcome to Mastermind, and you're subject to Liverpool FC.
Sorry. Listen, no, but it's mad because I mean the season's still in its infancy, right? So as he said, City on 21 games, we're on 20, right? They're on 53 points, we're on 42. We got Brentford next. We beat Brentford, we're on 45 points.
We got Brentford on Sunday.
We're then only 8 points behind City, and we both played 21 games. The league's not over. City have lost 2 games. We've lost 2 games. The league is not over. It's not. Believe me. It's not.
Go on, Stoney. Go on, Marvelous.
You know what? I have to agree with Stoney here, man. I can't be sitting there and it's January and you're telling me that. I'm not having a I don't know. Yeah. Things, twists and turns happen, man. Man City, for me, clearly, Man City currently are the best team in the league. For Christ's sake, they're league champions.
Yeah. However, listen, COVID not even touching them.
Don't know.
They're not even getting COVID. Like they're different. They're going on different. They're not even every team's getting COVID. City don't get COVID. That's how good City are.
Yeah, they're a beast. But I'm not buying into they're obviously favourites. But I'm not buying into it that the league is over. There's still Chelsea to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's fixtures to play. We've got to play them. Chelsea have got to play them. Man United have got to play them. We've all got to play each other. And plus, there's West Ham. Teams will drop points. And I include Liverpool in that. I just don't believe
100%. 100%.
That's what I'm basing it on. That's what I'm basing it on. We can't afford to drop no more points, but we will drop points. That's what I'm basing it on.
100%.
And as you said, you're right. Marvelous, you're right. You were saying, look, the next game...
It's not over. It's not over
yet.
No,
it's not.
For me.
Man City
it's going to be
Chelsea next
it's going to be bloody hard, but it's not over yet.
I'm talking Chelsea as well. Chelsea are in the mix. You can't discount Chelsea either.
Nah.
But Man City, right about now, Man City are like... I mean...
Chelsea look tough at the moment.
Yeah. When's the last time they lost their game? I don't even know.
They put hands on Spurs yesterday, boy.
Yeah.
That was always gonna happen. You know,
that was bad what they did to Spurs. They put hands on Spurs, boy. Yeah.
Spurs ain't saying nothing. Spurs ain't saying nothing.
West Ham City lost the league game. I don't even.
Yeah,
know.
they've lost for a while. They ain't lost for a while.
Mm.
They ain't lost for a while. I'm sure it's about 9-10 games or something like that.
West Ham in December, innit?
There you go.
3-2.
Big
West Ham
shouts
beat
goes
them in
out
December.
Mr. on Monday. Big shouts goes out Mr. on Monday. Nice to have him on board. Another Mank. He's part of our FTB Man United team as well. He says, great character shown by Arsenal to hold out. You guys worried about lack of Salah and Mane. And he says, Arsenal munched everything you brought. Jed says, good show. Only problem is there isn't a Scouse accent between the four of you. Is that your family?
We remember something. Liverpool are a worldwide club.
Tell them,
and we are worldwide supporters. It is what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
You can thank
Johnny
forget.
Blood Clot.
Is that your family?
KV, do you know what people
is
forget?
Is that your family, Jed?
No, you know what people forget?
Bro.
When people talk about not a Scouse accent, we're big people. We can travel in her. I know we've all been up to Anfield in her. So it is what it is, man.
My second
Liverpool is immigration city. Let's have it right.
That's what I'm saying.
Motaz says it is over, bro. We should concentrate on the Champions League. Woo.
That's the defeatist attitude, man.
No, them negative ones there, and I'm gonna have to delete him from my. Can I block him from it? I don't want no bad vibes. I don't want no bad vibes, man. And Amondi says, welcome back, guys. He says, long overdue and greetings to the new year, guys. Well done. Nice one, Amondi. Respect for that. Mark Foster says, evening peeps. Arsenal build new China wall tonight. Yeah, they definitely did. That they definitely did. You know what? To be fair, I can't knock them. They did what they needed to do.
Yeah, they did good.
They did what they needed to do
for them. Fantastic result.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do.
They done well. They played well.
They did. No, they did without causing a threat. Really,
we just wasn't good enough tonight.
Yeah, they did all right.
But every time Liverpool have a long rest, we never come back on song. If we rest it, we're better when we play loads of games. Keep going. We have to have rest. We come back like this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That momentum.
Yeah,
every time.
Man like Minamino and who else did we have in there?
Jota played up there. Bobby was in there as well.
Yeah.
That's it. And they failed to step up tonight. They should.
I don't think Mini's good enough.
Who?
Mini's not good enough for me. Minamino's not good enough for me.
You know, I think it's with Minamino. I think it's really interesting, KV, with Minamino, right? With when we purchased him, I think, and this is just an individual thing, right? I always kind of looked at him as somebody just to bolster our squad. It would be good, I think, if he had the attributes that Jota had. So as an example, when we purchased Jota, I must admit, I was 50-50. I was thinking, okay, we got Jota. What's he going to do? Can he step up to the plate? But Jota's coming, it's like he said when he plays, he wants it. It's like he's not afraid of Salah's position. He's not afraid of Mane's position or Firmino. I don't think Minamino has actually got that same characteristics and same ability as Jota. However, sometimes we need squad players. And I think Minamino, he can be there for another 30 years. And I still believe he's going to be at that same level he is. And that's not a discredit to our coaching staff. That's not a discredit to him as a professional. I just don't believe we're going to see a level higher from Minamino than we're currently seeing now. And it is what it is. What did we pay? What did we pay? I'm not too sure what we paid for him, but in football terms, it wasn't
big money. It wasn't big money.
We paid from like 7 mil.
Yeah, it's about 7 mil.
7.5, 8.5 or something.
You see what I mean? So in football terms, I think some of the 17-year-olds get that as a signing on bonus. You know what I mean? So in football terms, and for a club like Liverpool, that's nothing. So I don't know. Do we have to be realistic then with what level of player he is?
Good, that's right.
Well, he had an open goal today, so
that was terrible. That was terrible.
Today. He fluffed his line today.
He snatched at that.
Absolutely horrendous, man.
Snatched at that.
Like you're right in front of goal. We're like dying minutes. Breathe, homie. Yeah. Take your time with it.
Well, we'll see what it's about because now without no salary money, he's gonna have to play. So
Yeah.
a run of games, that's when we can he's never had a run of games. It's always difficult for players, especially coming from them small clubs, to come to Anfield or any big club without a run of games.
Yeah.
Start only played the
Yep.
League Cup.
I've always said that.
I'm not gonna hammer the guy because, like you said, he only cost 7 million and he's never had a run 3, 4, 5. I know for when I used to play football, I needed to play all the time.
Yeah.
And when you're playing one game in 3, sub the next, missing the next one, starting, that ain't gonna help you. So maybe we just have to give him for what his value is. We have to still give him a little bit more time.
Yeah, no, you make a very valuable point there. We do, as fans, we're very fickle and we forget how difficult the game is and the pressure of those split-second moments. I mean, that make the difference. You know, we will play football, and we know how difficult it is to play football. It's not like what you think you do in your head is not really what happens on the pitch. It happens so fast. So yeah.
He's not like Nicolas Pepe, who's got a fair crack at the whip.
72 million.
2 mil. That's crazy.
Yo, marvelous.
That's
He's
crazy.
Pepe Soup. That's what he's known as, Pepe Soup. Yeah.
And he's good as well. I don't know why is he not starting him? He's a good player.
He's all right. He's not
72 million worth, but he's good.
No.
Eddie says, I suppose Man City could falter against Chelsea this week, and that may provide the opportunity to come back and give an opening of catching them. However, the City squad is strong in every position. They have 2 quality players for every position. Those are the levels that we need to be at. So when you're when you're talking about that Stoney, like he's brought in as a squad player, he's not at them levels. I want to know that my replacement who's coming in is just as good, or if not better.
I know, but you know it is as well. We're not on I think it's clear, like anybody can see, we're not on the level of City. Nobody's on the level of City in terms of finance. Not even Paris Saint-Germain. They could be purchasing a player like Ake for like 40 mil, and a man probably plays, 20 minutes here and there. Their money's on a different. Their money's on a different level. I mean, they can be buying players. I know they recently sold Torres to Barcelona, but they can be buying players and they're stockpiling him, and it ain't nothing to them. I don't think he's a good player.
He's a good player.
Yeah. So Liverpool aren't on that level, but we're still sitting at the table with an oligarch in Chelsea and Middle Eastern money in Man City. So we're still sitting at the table. So that's still progress as far as I'm concerned.
My thing is as well, though, it's not just about the money as well, There's a lot of players who want to come to Liverpool because of the nostalgia and the history. They want to come to us. There's players who would choose us over bigger teams because we are Liverpool. You understand? So I have no worries in being able to attract big players for me. The only thing is, like you say, it might be big wages or stupid transfer fees. That's the only thing.
Liverpool, when compared to Chelsea and Man City, Liverpool have to be, when we go out and spend that dough, we have to be very precise. You see, like Chelsea, my brother listening here, he's Chelsea. You see, like they go flash out about 58 million on Timo Werner, and then that doesn't necessarily work out, and then they just say, okay, we'll just put Werner to the side and go and spend 100 million on a striker we bought
on
for
Lukaku,
sold for 30, and we can just buy him back for 100 million.
You're right, Marvelous.
No, we can't. No,
Marvelous is right.
Minamino's not. That's why I'll allow Minamino, because he cost 7 million and he's a good player. I saw him for Salzburg, I think Salzburg, Red Bull. We paid 7 million for him. We can sell that guy. I don't care. We can sell that guy for 20 million. We can sell him for
and make money.
He's not a gamble.
It's true.
He's not a flop. He's just a player that Klopp spotted. Let's give him an opportunity. If it doesn't work out, we'll still get much more than what we bought him for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. You're right. And you know what, Marvelous, you're right in saying that about. You're right. Yeah, Marvelous, you're right in talking about the way that when we only just giving one example because we were speaking about Chelsea, they could be paying Barkley a wedge. Barkley don't hardly play. I mean, they got Saul on loan from Atletico Madrid. He looks like an imposter. He don't even look like he's kicked a ball before in his life.
That's the
So I mean, they can
system.
write off money. If we're purchasing players, they need to be delivering. We're not at that stage where we're buying players and we can write them off and let them sit on the bench and don't worry about where that money's going. We're not at that level yet.
But at the same time, I'm glad. I know this is gonna sound, because Chelsea and Man City fans to say, you're just bitter. We just got the door. But you know what? It needed to happen to make the league. It was just Manchester United and Arsenal, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I'm happy. It's a good man.
Man United, really, and
it's all
Chelsea
good.
come along and Man City have come along and they've changed the whole dynamics of
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Mark
That's
Foster
true.
says we're still in the cups and we still fight for the league. We're not down and out yet. Think
Exactly.
we need them transfers. Well done, Mark. I like that. He says Minamino needs games. Just like Marvin has said, needs a run of games.
Yeah.
Mr. Mahmood, isn't Kevin De Bruyne on 400 grand a week? Why are we not giving Salah and Mane the same money? Because we're not Man City?
Because we ain't got oil money.
You understand? We're not Man City, bro. Mark asks how long before Harvey Elliott is back? We need him big time.
Yeah, I think with that, we have to be sensible, I think, with that as well. I mean, the nature of that injury was quite serious. He's a player that obviously when he was at Blackburn, absolutely exceptional. I think when all through pre-season, he was good for us. The games he started playing for us in the league, he clearly hit the floor running. He was able to actually demonstrate he can play any of the forward positions, whether it was the left forward position or the right forward position, but also on the right side of midfield as well. Nice on that side. Developing a nice little partnership with Trent there. So, like anything else, he's a long-term investment, and I'm confident that we will not make him return to our squad until it's actually ready for him. He's a wonderful player as well. Yeah,
definitely.
So
definitely.
We'll see.
He's got a big future. Definitely got a big future in the game. 100%.
Yeah.
Mr. Mahmood says that Minamino won't change, just like Mr. Stoney said. Eddie says he agrees with the 400k for Salah.
Well, I mean, you know what it is? It's a strange thing, right? As you said, football money is all relative, right? And if it's something where the contract with Salah, I believe, has been going on for a period of time, we're not going to sell ourselves short. So I believe that if he does stay, he's going to stay with our blessings, and the package is right for us as the club and right for Salah. And I'm going to be brutally honest. I absolutely love Salah, but I don't want us going broke just to hold to a player. Don't be doing that. If long term it means we can extend and build a new stand or bring through another 3 players, then it is what it is, isn't it? Every player at some stage is going to move on from the club, and the period of time that Salah's been with us, I don't think anybody can question his ability. So it is what it is, man.
Who can afford him? That's also the question. Who's can come in and afford him? There's only a handful of clubs.
PSG.
Yeah.
PSG.
Chelsea, I suppose.
True.
Man City and Chelsea.
Liverpool would be absolutely stupid to let Salah go in.
Hey, KB, you need to sort out that dial-up, you know?
Can you hear me?
Sort out that dial-up, bruv. Yeah.
Which one?
Mark Foster says 7 million.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. He says 7 million for Mino, 30 million for Chris Woods. Cracking up, he's laughing. Brandon.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, isn't it?
Rouge Brandon is laughing at Minamino. Mane is on 100 grand a week. Matip is on 100 grand a week.
That's about right.
They can get more elsewhere. They can get more elsewhere.
But I get to understand. I get to understand today from what I was looking at, and I think from previous yesterday and whatever, that Salah's saying that really he's not really asking for that much.
Compared to what?
That's what he's trying to
say.
Well, this is what I was just going to say. He's probably saying he's not asking for that much compared to players at City and Chelsea, but he's probably asking for that much compared to players at Liverpool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
that's embarrassing, man. That's not good for Liverpool.
It's a strange one because his performances, his numbers, Everything is there. Nobody can question that. Absolutely nobody. But you know what? Liverpool, at the end of the day, is a business. Salah is an individual like any other players. He's an entrepreneur. He has to get the deal that's best for him, and Liverpool have to make sure they have the best deal that looks after the best interests of the club. So either way, as I said, if Salah stays, I'll be happy. If he moves, I'm sure he'll move on with everybody's blessing. And if he moves on, I don't think it's going to be for money. The whole package is there at Liverpool. We're an elite club. As you said, we're in all of the best competitions. We're attracting all of the best players. We got one of the best managers in the world. So, but you're right. We don't know what the next project for Salah is.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna go through quickly a few of these comments, and then we're gonna move on to our next thing, yeah, which will be definitely the transfer talk before we go to wrap this up, gents. All right. So Jed says criticism of Minamino is slightly harsh because he's essentially a squad player who needs matches to build rhythm. And Eddie says the problem facing all the top teams will be Newcastle. Over the next few years, they will grow and develop into being parallel with Man City and Chelsea on a financial front. All right, before I move into the next statement, they may not even be in our league next season, and then they might lose a lot of players, so they might struggle to come up. Getting into that championship, it's not easy to get out of, no matter how much money you got. So that's another thing. Writing off money, as Stoney says. And Liverpool supporters bleating about finances again, but that's like hating your next door neighbor because they hit the lotto. We're not bleating about that. Who said that comment? Don't have the money to compete and buy players like how they do.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying. And I think we're run as a smart business, a very smart business. FSG have money. They just don't want to pay. They just don't want to pay another 100 million to replace him.
Listen, it's everything. Everything's being run in a business. At the end of the day, we have to think about the long-term interests of our club. I don't want us spending something astronomical on a player when we can probably use that to, improve one of our stands or bring in 2 or other free players or bring through some of our youth players as well. We have to think long-term. As I said, and I'll reiterate, Salah is an exceptional player. I would love for him to remain at our club. But if he doesn't, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not the end of the world, man.
All right, gentlemen. We are going to move on. I'm going to try and move this on quickly now. Marvelous.
Yeah.
We was having a chat earlier, and you had something to say about cheating Klopp. Talk to us.
I've got to send out, first of all, before I say that, I've got to send out shouts to EDI, one of my work colleagues, who's in the chat, today at work, I'm walking down the corridors.
Who does he support, by the way?
He's Arsenal, isn't it? He's delighted today. We always have a little,
poor son.
With another colleague, and they turn to me. I'm about 20 yards away, and they're just going, cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he didn't. Oh, hell no.
It's like, all right, we missed a few games. So did Tottenham Hotspur miss 4 before they got the 2-2 draw with us. You know what I'm saying? Whether that was by mistake or deliberate, who knows? I say this, if Klopp did cheat, it's the power of Liverpool. You do what's best for your club by any means necessary. Yeah? If I'm looking at my squad on a Sunday and I've got 8 guys I know are good and 4 or 5 that ain't so good, who I know are rubbish or not up to scratch, I might just do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? The fittest survive. And if Liverpool can use their power of the Premiership, call it whatever you want, to get their way, then so be it. Because I'm sure many other clubs would do exactly the same thing. We play 70 games, a season. This is Liverpool now. We play 70 games a season, Burnley play 30, and Klopp said it. Burnley play 38, 40. We want to give the fans what they want, and they pay good money to see the best players. So if we have to, bend the rules slightly, then so be it.
Okay, Stoney. I know you had something to say about this.
Yeah, no, I did, and I think thanks, Marvelous, for obviously extending and mentioning. I know you mentioned it when we were off the air, and it's good that you addressed your Arsenal friends, Mr. EDI. Thank you for tuning into the show. I think it was everything was quite interesting to do with this issue to do with the test. To my knowledge, all right, it went like this. There were, like anything else, Liverpool had to take their lateral flow tests, right? There were a fair amount of Liverpool players and staff with their lateral flow test tested positive, all right? So once those tested positive, they then had to have the PCRs. Those PCRs did not come back in time before the Arsenal fixture. Therefore, Liverpool's can then have to then say, because our lateral flows have tested positive and our PCRs haven't come back, we then cannot field those players, or our staff aren't able to be in the grounds. That is what the nature of it was. So as much as people want to say we may have been cheating or what have you, those PCRs are not carried out by Liverpool. It's an external organization and body. So all of those people out there that's carrying on fluff, I don't even smoke, but just have a fag, man, and just praise me. Trust me.
Yes, Stoney. I'll tell you, well done, Stoney. All right, before we move on to that, Stu Matt is saying all this talk of Henderson and Trent, how average do both of them without Mane and Salah's movement? Trent spamming aimless crosses due to lesser movement, and Henderson back to pre-Klopp Catamol levels.
Oh, wow.
Henderson is horrendous.
One game.
I think the criticism of Henderson is absolutely horrendous.
This is the kind of thing that makes me laugh with people, you know. And then he had the cheek to put afterwards, Stu Mac, read my comment, I want a reply.
Oh, hell no.
He's a Seville fan.
One
game.
You paying rent? Bro, paying no rent, right?
That's all I got to say. You are now judging them on one game. Please.
Listen, I won't take no slander of Captain Hendo. I'm not having it. People are always quick to point out Henderson. Yeah, he's the hardest working midfielder in the team. Selfless. And the kid's got techers.
Yeah, man. No, he drives that team forward when he plays. He drives
every time. He gives 100%. Listen, I can always take a loss. I can always take a draw. I just want effort, and Hendo gives you effort.
110%.
He had a poor game day, but Hendo, I'm gonna take no criticism from Hendo, not at all. You're only as good as your team.
Right. Mark Foster said United cheated COVID tests as well. EDI says, well, hello, Marvelous. He says, I shook your hand today as Liverpool will go through. Brandon says, Melvi and Co are just talking a load of shite.
All right.
Generally, a cracking show. Thanks, gents. Nice one, EDI. Thanks for that. Brandon says that Hendo is shit. Hey, Marvelous. Marvelous. Who does Brandon support?
He's Arsenal, isn't it?
And he's got the cheek to talk. Should we mention Xhaka?
Ask him, Neff.
Listen, tell him Xhaka. Tell him I got some work for Xhaka. He can come and work with me on the doors. That's what he could do.
Arsenal fans are different.
He's only seen FA Cups. He's never seen a league title.
Thank you very much. He's never seen a European Cup, has he?
Arsenal fans are different.
All right. Right, gentlemen, we are going to swiftly move on. So, transfers. First off, I think we're going to quickly go through transfers out. So, I've got a quick list here. I'm going to just run through the list. And I want you lot to tell me if you want them to go, you want them to stay, and if there's anybody else who you think other than them who should go or should stay. So my transfers out. I'm not saying these should go. This is like the talk of what's happening around Liverpool, okay? So this is not my saying they should go. All right. Origi, Naby, Ox, Nat Phillips, and Milner. Whoever wants to take
Naby, definitely.
What Naby should go?
Definitely.
Okay. Reason being?
Naby should go, definitely.
Injuries.
Poor. Yeah. How long has he been with us? 3-4 years now?
No, I think
he hasn't been consistent.
It's not 4 years. Not 4 years. Not 4.
3 years? He hasn't been consistent. He's always injured. He's, he just doesn't fit into our squad at all. He's not fit. He's not consistent. He's not good enough. I mean, he's been with us 3 years and he can't even put us through games together. So for me, Naby's got to go.
All right, we're gonna move on swiftly because time is running. But I'm just gonna quickly say on that point, I wouldn't agree saying he's not good enough, but injury wise, he has an issue. Marvelous, Naby.
I like Naby Keita. I think he's got the quality, man.
Of course,
I'm just waiting for him to bust, and maybe
Davy's
right.
How long are you gonna wait?
Yeah, right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I see
We've been waiting. Yeah, he's shown nothing in the one odd game.
Since he comes to the club.
Stoney.
I would rather, I wouldn't sell him. I want us to get another midfielder. I don't want us to sell these guys.
No, hold on. We're gonna get to the transfers in soon, yeah. So don't talk about getting another. We're gonna get to that just shortly. Tony.
I think I'm a little bit like KV, and I know I've probably been like this about Keita for a long period of time. Unfortunately, his body's made of bread, right? So he's clearly got very soft muscles. The issue that we're gonna have is what we paid for him. We are not going to be able to recoup in this current transfer market. I think what Keita does for us, he bolsters up our squad. And I think that's what it is. It's unfortunate, as you said, I don't think we're going to get 3 games consecutively from him. And I don't think it's nothing to do with his characteristics, his playing ability. I think it's just the makeup of his body, unfortunately. But as I said, he just makes up our squad. So for that reason, I think will allow him to remain there. And also as well, the other issue possibly would be to look into sell him. Guess what? Everybody knows he's injured. So we're definitely going to get the money that we want for him. So I think that's what the issue.
His contract's up, and he's not, and they're not renewing it. His contract's up. They're not renewing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to leave on free. All right. Okay. All right. That's Naby. Ox. Quickly. Let's run through this quickly. Ox.
Ox stays.
Stay.
Sorry.
Ox stays.
I say stay.
Okay. Ox stays. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that. I like Ox, but I'm 50-50. Nat Phillips.
He's got to go, innit?
Yeah, he's got to go.
If he goes, there's no. It's calm. If he goes, at the moment. Gomez can't even get into the team. So if Nat Phillips goes, then Gomez is there, and I'm Bradley's played right back for us. Bradley can actually play a centre back for us as well. If Nat Phillips has to move on, it's money in the bank for us. No, not an issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Milner.
Give him a coaching role.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, KV. Yeah,
give
him a coaching role.
That's what I would like.
Yeah.
I'd like him to get into the coaching staff as well. Yeah. I definitely like him to get into the coaching staff. Okay, all right. Any apart from my list, anybody else who you lot talking about transfers Liverpool to leave?
Well, the obvious, Adrian Karius. Karius, he's still there.
Listen. I beg you don't swear at me, yeah? That's why I didn't even put him on my list. This guy, I don't know why he's still here in 2022.
There's no one
he's a hustler.
Gee, give him away. I'll drop him there. I'll drop him there.
Can't give him away.
I'll pay them to take him.
Do you know he
could even play locally.
He could play for my team.
Karius is in the same bracket as Charlie Masunda that played for Chelsea. I remember they bought one young black guy like years. I'm sure they bought him in like 2012 or something like that. And I'm sure they even got banned for a transfer ban. And you know what? He was still on the. He's still on the. He still actually got a contract with Chelsea. I think it expires this year. So Karius is the same thing. I swear, if you look, Charlie Masunda, I'm sure his contract with Chelsea actually expires this year. So he's been out on loan. I know he had a serious issue and he was out on loan for a long period of time. But it's like Karius. Karius wants to live the life of a footballer, but he's not a footballer.
Definitely not.
He's got goalie gloves, but he's not a goalie.
Yeah.
Well, he was good before he came to Liverpool.
I don't know. He looked good.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
All right. So
it's levels.
Transfers in, lads. All right. Bissouma from Brighton. They're talking about 50 million. Let's run through this quick. Let's go through this quick.
Hell no. 50 million. No way.
Still can't see that happening. He's a good player. Still can't see it happening.
I can't see that happening.
But no, would you like him?
Over who? That's what my issue would be. I've got alternatives.
Is that a long-term replacement for Henderson? Henderson.
We haven't replaced Ginny.
Not this January. I can't see him coming this January. Maybe
I don't think about anybody in January.
All right. Arnold Dejuma, Villarreal.
Very good player.
Forward. This season, he's scored 9 goals in 18 games and 3 assists.
I like him. I'd have him.
Very good player. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
62 million release clause though.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not now. He ain't coming for that. No.
KV's looking like the money's his.
Who was that last person, RT, that you was mentioning?
Well, yeah, to play backup. Remember, these players are playing backup. 62 million too much to play backup.
I think if we're looking and what is he?
He was at Bournemouth as well.
That's right. Yeah.
We can't buy no man from Bournemouth, man. Come on.
62 million for backup.
Yeah. I say his release clause is 62 mil. No, he is. He's a good player. He's a good player. He's very good,
but 62 million for backup.
Okay. All right. So there's him. Go
on. Frank Kessie. Apparently, both and Man United are looking at him.
Yeah, on a free, that'd be good.
Okay.
I think coming in this January, that's for sure.
Yeah. Luis Diaz, Porto winger.
Well, they keep I think that seems quite interesting. He's a Colombian player.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about Diaz. Okay,
they're talking between 50 and 67 mil.
I can't say I've seen a lot of him. I ain't gonna lie here, yeah. But he's the one, I always follow, see where we're looking at. And he's the one that interests me the most. I looked at his stats, it's pretty good. But a winger, I want to see a winger. A man that rolls man down both flanks. Not only forward, a old-fashioned winger.
Old-fashioned winger.
Who's adaptable to play in that front three. That's what I want to see. Okay. Not just Mane and Salah. More pace out there.
And Rafinha.
Who's that?
Yes, please.
Leeds. Yeah.
From Leeds.
Yeah. I think that would be a great acquisition.
Yeah, I like that guy. See, I get excited, man. You know what I mean? I always check these things every day. And that's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
And Liverpool, I know what Liverpool are going to do. We're going to go for the unknowns. Whoever Liverpool bring in, we won't know much about them, and they're here to improve. That is Klopp's mantra. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting any massive names. Big fees.
Well, we're looking at Jude Bellingham as well for the summer.
I was just about to say, thank you, KV. And with that being said, then, Marvelous, Jude Bellingham's a nice player. And if that's the summer acquisition, what do you feel about that then, brother?
That's a hell of a coup.
You know what, again, I ain't going to lie. I watch the Premiership. I'm not too big on the German football, but I've seen what I've seen of him. I'd have him definitely for the long term future of the club. Now the problem is how much these guys cost. Because from you're talking about Sancho fees, I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got a little money in the back. If you think of it, we only really bought Ibrahim this season, So we got money parked up. I don't think man's sharing a can of Coke at the moment.
We got dough there. We're just looking to spend it very wisely.
Would you break the bank for Bellingham?
The Liverpool way.
For Jude Bellingham?
I would.
That you there.
Lots about him.
No, listen, that you there is the truth. I'm telling you that now. There's no money for it. You know when someone's born to play football? When someone's born to play football, that's him.
But I'm not seeing him more than what I'm saying is I ain't seen him more than 10 or 11 times.
Nice. Yeah, he's nice. Bellingham is nice. Bellingham's nice. You've got Bellingham, Fabinho, Harvey Elliott.
Complete midfield.
That makes me feel good for the future.
What they tightening him about for? How much?
Well, I mean, look, even if
I think they're gonna want minimum 70, 75.
But that's still calm though. In football terms,
he's only 18.
Yeah, in football terms, that is very, very, very good money.
Yeah, that's noble. That's all right.
18.
If you think of it like this,
and the youth is 18 and he's bossing games against big man.
Yeah,
already. He's bossing the game.
I think
he's
that's
nice.
good
The
money.
kid's
And if you
nice.
think of it,
He comes Liverpool,
if you
go and
think
get
of
that
it, if you think of it in football terms, even though I know they're two different players in different positions, Man United probably played about the same amount of money for Sancho, and Sancho would be more at an advanced professional level than
definitely.
Jude. So if we're looking at about that 75, then I think that's good value. Personally, I think that's good value. But yeah,
right, gents, we're gonna quickly go through a couple of these and then we'll just wrap this up. All right. So Stu Max says taxi to Union Berlin and Malaga for Adrian and Karius. Stu Max says Naul Molina, if you want a cracking right wing back. He starts often for Argentina. He's at Udinese. Then we have 4 good fullbacks. Stu Mac agrees with Arnaud Dejuma. He likes to look at that. Brandon says, I think I'm at Anfield. It's all right, mates. Damn right. Basuma walks into the midfield. Milner and Captain Hendo takes over them. He said, we never replaced Shaqiri. We talked transfer.
We did with Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott would step into that. But anyway.
It's funny. The next comment says, Harvey's the man for both wings and can come into the midfield as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. 100%. Gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure. So people out there, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. It's all about the FT Sports Liverpool channel. We will be back. Thursdays is all about Kop Talk. This is what we do on a Thursday. It's all about Kop Talk, yeah? On the weekends, we might do some pre-show shows and some reaction shows, but do not forget, it's all about Thursday night. It's all about Kop Talk. So, from Marvelous, say good night, my brother. KV, thank you very much. Good night, my brother. Mr. Stoney, always a pleasure. And from myself, good night. God bless. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time.
See you later, G.
All right.